Hi, everybody. I don't know how to intro that. Anyway, welcome to the CTW6 live stream Elements announcement. I'm Jenny Powell. With me is, there they are, Alexis Boozer, IWTV Award nominated actress for Leap Year, and Logan Rapp, who was one of the producers of Dark Horse, which won Judges Prize for CTW5. You don't see him, but we also have Stuart Davis, who's our other producer on CTW6. He's monitoring the chat room, so he'll be relaying us any important questions or information we need to know. Okay, sounds good. So yeah, let's get into it. We have notes, just so everybody knows. So quickly, for anyone who happens to be tuning in who is not part of CTW6, CTW, or Celebrate the Web, is an online web pilot festival where teams of creators write, produce, cast, edit, shoot, upload the first episode of a web series in 7 days. And it's just like this crazy, creative, let's get it done type of thing. So, so the theme of this Celebrate the Web was Level Up. Actually, Logan, you want to explain that a little bit? Since you and I, this was a text conversation, by the way, where we finally came up with it.
This was a text conversation after a series of horrible, horrible ideas that I would just send to her, mostly to annoy her. But comparatively with last Celebrate the Web that I was participating in, I had committed to helping out the following one. And then I found out exactly what Jenny was doing. First thought was I was just angry, going, why did I do last one? Why couldn't I do this one? And it really felt like we were stepping it up a huge, huge notch. And so it just seemed to come out just through our conversations, that level up.
And then when Machinima came on board, and
it all just kind of came together really, really well.
Level up. I always think of Mario, like woot, woot, woot. That's exactly like that. Yeah. So basically, just really quickly to talk about our sponsors for this one, what you're saying. The two winning pilots to Celebrate the Web 6, one was Audience Choice, the other is Judges Prize. They're going to, each team gets 2 passes to VidCon, accommodations, and $250 towards travel. The pilots will be screened on Industry Day at the 3rd annual VidCon. Each pilot will also get a development meeting with Machinima. Audio Socket is donating their music library. We'll get into that a little bit later. And then, am I forgetting anybody? IWTV has their Creatives Fellowship, which is how all the funds are even possible. Am I forgetting anybody?
We've also got TubeFilter.
And TubeFilter is going to offer a 30-day spotlight to both winning pilots. And SAG-AFTRA created an expedited process for Celebrate the Web so that you can use SAG actors in your pilots if you choose to. SAG-AFTRA, one union. We're coming up with a jingle.
Theme song.
Just sounds like Hot
You're
Pockets
welcome,
still.
SAG-AFTRA.
Oh, and also our judges panel for the Judges Prize. Just need to give big props to the awesome people that are offering to watch all these pilots. And that would be myself, Logan, and Stuart as the producers of Celebrate the Web 6. And Jane Espenson, writer for Buffy, Once Upon a Time, creator of Husbands, which is an amazing web series. If you haven't seen it, they're about to go into their 2nd season. Sean Becker, who's the director of The Guild and the Jeff Lewis 5-Minute Comedy Hour. Jen Miller, who is the CEO of Audio Socket, who's donating the awesome music we can use, and Ian Moffat of Machinima. So, with all that said, let's get into what the creators really want to hear about.
Yes, they want to get into the elements, don't they?
All right, drum roll. I always do this every time.
All right, and announcing the quote for Celebrate the Web, we have, it is a quote from MCA, the late great vocalist of Beastie Boys. That quote is, "I give thanks for this world as a place to learn and for this human body that I'm glad to have earned." So you don't have to use this quote word for word. In Dark Horse, we showed that we cut half of the Steve Jobs quote, and that still happened it worked thematically. But it should be clear that it influences your piece in some way, shape, or form. So you can use that quote as any kind of inspiration. You can use it directly as a piece of dialogue. You can use part or all of it, but it should feature prominently within your pilot.
Awesome.
Okay, number element.
Woo!
Drum roll
Can we do this every
again.
time? I love it. Sure.
All right, the number element is 1863. You don't have to, it can be a number, it can be a date, it can be a price. Any way you want to incorporate it, 1863 needs to be featured in your video.
1863. All right. Now, my favorite. I've been hyping this up, and I hope I didn't hype it up too much. I was like, this is the best graphic element we've ever done. And
Yeah,
my
she got really
shirt,
excited for this.
regardless of if anyone was paying attention, my shirt is a hint. Here we go. The graphic element is an album cover design it's a fake album, but it's by a real band. This was created by Christopher Bennett, who's one of the members of Steam Powered Giraffe, which I am currently obsessed with. If you haven't seen them, Google it. You won't be sorry. They are a steampunk robot band. The album is Running on Top of the Earth with Really Big Heads, the album. We actually have 3 versions of this graphic element available. This one we're showing right now is kind of a traditional CD cover or an iTunes little thumbnail. We also have a round version which could be used physically on a CD or as a button or a t-shirt. And then we have a poster size version. So any way you want to incorporate this fake album by a real band, yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think it's really fun. We will be sending you, all the teams will be getting an email as soon as we get done with this live stream on where you can download those elements. So yeah. Okay, Alexis.
3 elements. Okay, so in addition to 3 elements, Audio Socket is giving all of our teams full access to any and all of their music. The best part is they compensate the artists, and you get to use professional music. You don't have to source unknown random people online.
Yeah, and what's also awesome is that Audio Socket actually already has a deal with YouTube where they take care of all the licensing. So once you upload these pilots, if you credit the Audio Socket music, which you need to if you use the music, you're not going to run into any problems with having your videos pulled because Audio Socket has already taken care of all of that for you. So we really encourage you guys to take advantage of that. So.
Up to me? Okay. For the first time since we've started Celebrate the Web, there's no time limit for your pilot. So go as crazy as you want, but make it compelling.
And if you send me a 3-hour pilot, we're going to have some talking to. But, you know.
Just, yeah, no 3-hour interpretive dance, please.
Yeah. And the
Send us
reason we were
3-hour
able
interpretive
to
dance.
extend the time limit on this is, as you know, the last couple we've been under the restraint of the amount of time we had for a screening. So we had to cap the number of teams and the amount of time we could so that we were able to screen every single one. What's really nice about the screening process this time around is we have access. IWTV has their own screening room at VidCon, which is going to be running through the entire 2 days of the convention. So we have
ample time
to showcase as long a pilot as you want to do. And we found that content's getting longer on the web. So
yeah, it really is.
It seemed like a good time to adapt that part of it.
Sure. Also, cast and crew, you can have multiple roles within each team, but you cannot be on multiple teams.
Yes. I always call this the Sean Oakley rule.
Yeah, because everyone wants Sean Oakley in
Who's
there.
the sound guy who's done like every web series. And everyone's like, but we all want Sean Oakley. And I was like, well, one, there's only one of him, and you're going to kill him if you try to make him do 8 different pilots in a week. Yeah, so the Sean Oakley rule. My bro.
Yeah.
Is it me now?
Yeah, it is you.
I know, I'm like, no.
It's in bold.
I know,
too.
and it's in bold everywhere. Okay, so there are rules and regulations for CTW, which the official rules and regulations are going to be posted on CelebrateTheWeb.com immediately following this announcement, as well as every team will get an email. Be sure to read these through. They're a complete, like, everything you need to know about making this pilot and any additional rules and regulations we didn't cover here. So.
And if you haven't received that email, check with our Facebook, check with our Twitter, check with celebratetheweb@gmail.com. Myself, Jenny, and Stuart are paying attention to all three of those accounts round the clock. So whenever you need any assistance, especially during this time when you need to get a hold of those rules and regulations and are we going through Dropbox with the elements? The graphical element?
Yeah, there's a Dropbox link
Yeah.
to a public Dropbox that'll be included in there. That's where you can download the album elements.
Okay. Yeah, so if you need any kind of help whatsoever, we are completely available. So be sure to check in with the Gmail, the Twitter, and the Facebook, and just get a hold of us, and we'll respond really, really quick for you.
At a very, very last resort, Stuart is allowing us to give out his phone number. It's been me the last 2 times, and everybody's been really cool. No one's called me at 3 in the morning to be like, I like your shoes. But if you can't get hold of us online in some way, you can call Stuart. His number is 856.
I love that you're reading it off of
952-5400. No, I don't have Stuart's number memorized.
No, nobody memorizes number anymore. It's fine.
And we'll be sure to post that number on every spam
Yeah.
site.
Internet, it's coming.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So what do we got
I
next?
think we left off at the pilot upload.
Uploading.
info.
So all pilots have to be uploaded by May 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Yes, Pacific time.
Pacific.
And you have to email embed codes and your Web Series 1 sheets to celebratetheweb@gmail.com.
Yep.
Okay, that's me. Teams create their own Teams create their own YouTube channels for delivery. If you don't know how to do it, a document will be posted on site, and be sure to tag your videos with CTW6 and with Celebrate the Web.
And then, so just a quick overview of the voting process. There's 2 winning pilots. One is an audience choice, and that's going to be, once we have all the pilots delivered, I think the process is we'll have them up in a day. There's a voting, we're going to have them all available on our website. I think it's a 10-day voting process. You can vote once a day for your favorite pilot. So during that time frame, vote for your favorites, and teams, we encourage you to campaign for Logan's team made their own website last year.
Yeah, we did. Well, with it being a political drama, we decided, well, hey, there's voting involved. Why don't we just, pretend we're doing an actual campaign? And that seemed to work pretty well. We ended up in the audience, we were second runner-up for audience.
So. Yeah.
So, it worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah, so get as creative with that as you want to. And then the judges' prize, they have each judge will be presented with an Excel spreadsheet. It's got formulas and everything, and
Fancy.
Yeah, I know. Each judge will be judging across the board on several different elements, one being how you incorporate the elements we gave you, the overall, which one do we think would work well as a long-term pilot, things of that nature. So it's a pretty complicated and awesome voting process.
So with SAG guidelines, you may need to help me out with this one. As far as I know, could you just take that one?
Yeah, SAG-AFTRA, because if people are still wondering about getting involved with SAG-AFTRA, we actually posted an updated because now that the unions have merged, it's the same document that SAG was using before, it's just now it's SAG-AFTRA, and we provide a downloadable link for where you can fill it out, and then they walk you through the whole process, so.
Okay.
Logan looks confused.
No, I'm just trying, I have Stuart doing this stuff for me. So
Speaking of, maybe we should see if there's any questions from the chat room.
Yeah, we had one question from Austin asking if the videos should be unlisted or public. When
Public.
submits
Please
them.
post them publicly. We want everyone to be able to see your video. Also, we can't embed them in our site if they're unlisted.
Okay,
public.
with that one, when are they open to make it public?
Oh, I mean, if you turn your pilot in like 2 days early, why not?
Okay,
it just
then.
gives you 2 more days to get it out there. In the past, I think we had a team the first year who turned it in like a day. And we were like, how did you do this? Teach me your ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you get it done early, upload it and send it to us early. It's just the deadline, the last possible moment we can accept them is May 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Because it basically gives you exactly 1 week.
Perfect. So for more people who want to participate, if you're not already signed up, if you want to participate, you can tweet at Celebrate the Web and let us know how you want to be involved. And make sure you hashtag everything with CTW6.
CTW6.
And speaking of Twitter, when you have your teams together, make sure that you're tweeting and hashtagging Celebrate the Web throughout the whole process because everything will be uploaded. Your progress will all be uploaded onto the website so we can keep track of you.
We always have fun with that.
Yeah, we really do.
So yeah, if you want to do live streaming from your set, I know teams did that last year. They uploaded any supplemental content. You can absolutely upload separate of your pilot. Totally fine. We actually encourage it. The more content, the better. The more
Getting a hold of Sam Proof.
Sam Proof. Plug for Sam Proof. If you're in the LA area, Sam Proof live streamed from the Dark Horse set.
And did interviews too.
Yeah, so totally do it. Do it up. Do live chats. Like the more you get involved and the more the teams are like cheering each other on, it just makes the experience that more of a community fun event.
And now we have more teams than ever before.
We do.
I mean, the production week on social media is going to be pretty insane.
Yeah.
I'm willing to predict
excited.
that much.
I'm literally like, I can't wait to go home and check my Twitter.
How many teams do we have currently?
Last we checked, it was 25. I don't know if we got a couple more since then,
No.
Stuart. No, 25.
No.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So good, and they range like they're all over. We have a couple international teams. Seattle.
I thought we had 2 from Seattle.
Yeah, a couple from Seattle. Austin, I'm sorry, I can't remember where you're from, but I know it's not California. New York, we have a couple New York teams. So a pretty good mix of teams from all over.
Well, that's awesome.
Sweet.
So it's you for overview of
I know, I
prices.
keep looking at, we have a little
Austin
stopwatch.
says he's from Missouri.
Missouri.
Missouri. All right.
Missouri. Also, I have to give a shout out to the Nerd Fighter teams, DFTBA.
Don't
You're looking
forget
at me
the
like, what?
I'm just waiting for you to go next.
They know. Awesome. Okay, so let's sum up. Yeah.
We actually had one more question.
Sure. Bring it.
They're asking for more information about what the one sheet should
The one
comprise.
sheet. Great. Yeah, this will also be included in your in the official rules that we send out. But we ask that that in addition to your pilot, you actually also produce a one sheet. This is basically outlining if you were to take this pilot episode to series, where would you take it? Just a very basic outline, maybe some character breakdowns, just to let the judges know when they're formulating their thoughts on which of these pilots would kind of make a really excellent series. It helps inform them of that decision. So you just need to attach that as a simple doc file included with your embed code when you email us at the end of the process. Anything else, Stuart?
Nasal Cactus says no edge.
Yes, there is no edge. See, I'm sorry. They're like, what? Oh my gosh. Yes, awesome. Yeah, so just to sum up, just want to give another thank you to everybody who has helped make Celebrate the Web 6 possible. Our sponsors, VidCon, SAG-AFTRA, I'm not going to sing the jingle again, though it's so hard. Tube Filter, Audio Socket, Machinima,
VidCon, YouTube, steam-powered giraffe.
steam-powered giraffe, everybody. Google it. So yeah, I think that's about it. We will stop talking so you can start creating. Again, if you have any questions, we're always online. We live to serve you. And with that, I guess that's a good place to end as any. Thanks again to Logan and Alexis for helping me, especially since it let Stuart not be on camera. Yay!
Thank you to the Lift.tv.
Yes! Thank you to the lip.tv for letting us do our live stream here. It's such an awesome space, and we're really excited to be here.
All right, get to making your pilot.
Cameras, go!